Hello, everyone. Today is 29th of July, and it's almost 20 minutes past 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So just wanted to touch base with you on what's happening, what's on the economic calendar for next few days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we have key earnings this week. So just we'll go through a couple of key earnings. We'll look into what is the probability map suggesting. So first of all, thank you very much for subscribing to my channel, following me, and please put the notification on in case if you are not following. So please do follow, like, subscribe, follow, and please share within your network. So at least it encourages me to do more and more. And I give you guys, I produce I produce actionable trade ideas. So that's what we're going to look into. So what we have tomorrow is the ADP non-farm employment change, which is expected. The previous one was minus 33K, so expected is 77K. Then we have advanced GDP quarter over quarter. So last one was minus 0.5%, expected is 2.5%. Then we have the major is Fed fund rate announcement at 2 p.m., followed by 2:30 press conference by Powell. Now let's look at what the market is anticipating. What is likely to happen in the Fed fund rate? Is there any going to be cut? So let's look at the Fed probability, Fed interest rate probability for July 30th. There is only 3.1% chance probability of a rate cut. 96.9% probability is there is no rate cut. Right, so it's almost 97%. And in September, which is on 17th of September, there's a probability of almost 63.44% of a rate cut from 4.25, which is right now it's between 4.25 to 4.5. In September, the market is expecting between 4 to 4.25, so 63% probability. So let's see what happens. In my opinion, I think there's no rate cut tomorrow. And the language will be important. What Fed is going to do, talk about the language, talk about what their outlook is. Second thing is there's another event which is in the end of August, I think 21st or 22nd of August. That is known as Jackson Hole Federal Central Bankers Meeting. I think it's on somewhere on 22nd or something, later part of August. That is where I think Powell is going to give the direction of the policy change. I don't think we'll be seeing any policy change, any change in the language. It will be data driven and all those regular stuff. We'll see what happens, right? Another thing which I would like to take you through is the earning calendar. Okay, so let's see what is on the earning calendar this week. So what we have on Wednesday, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, we have Meta, Microsoft, Robinhood, so all these aftermarket. Then we have Carvana, then we have Lam Research, Qualcomm, Ford Motors, and then we have Arm, right? So so most of them are technology, right? These are technology services, technology provider, and we have CVS Health Thursday morning. Then we have Norwegian Cruise, then Chemico, then we have MasterCard and Bristol Myers, and then we have Amazon Strategy, which is a MicroStrategy. So then we have Coinbase, Reddit, and then we have Cloudflare, Net, and then we have Roku. And then oil company, ExxonMobil, and then we have Chevron on Friday. Guys, thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. And thank you very much for following me on Twitter. If you're not doing it, I'll appreciate if you can do it. Like, subscribe, follow, put the notification on. It helps me in producing more and more actionable stuff. Okay, I'm a founder of TWT Learning, and as a TWT Learning, we provide high probability trade setup ideas and trainings on that. And I produce this weekly market probability map, which I have tested for almost two plus years. And before bringing it in front of you, it actually 70 to 75% of the time correct. If it is not correct, again, it's a probability, it's not surety. So tomorrow, for tomorrow, 30th of July, it says 53% Dow is going to, historically, 53% Dow has been higher, 63% S&P, 65% NASDAQ, and the day turned out to be bullish, right? So please follow me on Twitter, YouTube, visit my website, look at the testimonials I've gotten from my ex-students. TWT Learning provides market education of how to find high probability investing and trading setups. I've trained so far more than 2,000 students. Always I get a good feedback from my students, and I run a private trade idea group as well. So reach out to me. You can reach out to me via my twtlearning.com. You can go and contact us. Either you send an email to contact us, or you can WhatsApp me on my number, which is available there, which is 647-955-6837. So it's +1 647-955-6837. I'm going to announce a course very soon. Stay tuned. Thank you very much. And let's look at the indices. So let's look at NASDAQ futures. NASDAQ futures are actually on the daily chart. It's testing the lower end of the channel. So if it holds this in the morning, I mean from now until 9:30 in the morning, which is almost 21,443 where the market is. The market is around 23,488 where the market is, and that's what the support level is. The only thing which is disturbing a little bit, warning, is this shooting star candle, an inverted hammer-like candle. So if this continues, we can see sell-off. I think we can see some sell-off until the Fed rate announcement at 2 p.m. and after that we see some move higher. We'll see. But generally, as I said, that probability map is suggesting that it's been a positive, bullish day. Now, bullish day in the sense that it only tracks market closing up till 4 p.m. Anything pre-market and post-market is definitely not part of Dow Jones and Dow as an index. Dow Jones is an index, S&P is an index, and NASDAQ is an index, right? Futures, yes, it's 23 hours market where it comes to futures, S&P futures and the NASDAQ 100 futures. That's a 24 hours market. That's 23 hours market. Right? So let's look at S&P futures. Similar situation on the daily chart. It's testing the lower end of the channel, which is where the market is 6412, and that is around the channel is. If it holds this, it's very good. If it dips, then it can drop, and then probably it can come back a little bit. We'll see how the market goes. So we have event after event. So basically, we have Fed meeting, press conference from Powell at 2:30, and then we have large earnings like first we have, I think we have Meta, Microsoft, Robinhood, ARM, Qualcomm, Lam Research. So those are the big, large earnings, mega caps and large caps earnings. Where it comes to QQQ is, if you see, it's trading in the channel, but below the midpoint of the channel. So QQQ is also pointing at a lower move. Let's see how it happens tomorrow. What happens tomorrow? Let's look at the SPY. Now, SPY, if you look at SPY is also in the channel. Within the larger channel, there is a smaller channel testing the base of the channel, which is at 634. Let's see if it holds or if it breaks. We'll see tomorrow morning. Let's go to, okay, I'll get into the earnings. Before that, let's look at gold. So now if you see gold, that every time it has broken, gold is basically in a range trade between 3,436 to 3,239, almost 40. So whenever it has broken this downward trend line, see here, downward trend line, it has moved higher. The same thing, we have a situation where it has broken this one. We can go back to at least 3,350, probably 65. That looks like that gold is in the up move. That means if gold is in the up move, then most likely Bitcoin, which has seen a significant move early this month, say around middle of this month, it's in the downward channel, and I think Bitcoin at some point it's going to come down to 116K, and with more room to whenever it tests this trend line. So if with today this trend line is around 12,000, so 112K, right? So that's where what it is. If gold goes higher, Bitcoin will have some sell-off. Okay, let's look at the oil. Oil is actually trading at the upper end of this resistance level, right? So oil, as long as it remains below 69.70, it will range trade between 66, 67 to 69, 67 to 70, right? Dollar index, it's ready to move higher a little bit. If it breaks, say 99.10, then it's heading higher. Let's see, what do we have further? 10-year yields are heading lower, so it's 4.32%. Right, so it's at 4.32%. Let's look at the earnings, right? So let's look at Meta. Let's start from Meta. Meta has rejected this previous high, nice rejection. And after the earning, I'm expecting a range of 740 to 680 range pre and post earning, whichever side it breaks. I mean, if it breaks 740, and if it breaks 747 on the top side, we have more room on the upside. If it breaks 680 on the downside, then we have these gaps to fill. We have a couple of gaps here. So, I mean, it's a big statement at the moment. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. But I'll keep an eye on 747 on the upside and 679, 680 on the downside. Let's look at Robinhood. Now, Robinhood had a very nice run from 28 to all the way to 112 based on the volume of the stocks, the volume on the stock trading as well as the crypto one. So Robinhood is actually it's forming a small consolidation pattern. I'll keep an eye on 108 to 102, whichever side it breaks, right? So 108 to 102, it can break 108 and then hit 112, 113 all-time high. Or if it breaks 102, then probably we are talking about somewhere around 90s, 91 post-earning. Right, guys, let's go and let's see Amazon. In the case of Amazon, again, it's close to the all-time high, 241. We have seen almost 236. It's pulling back. If it fails to break to 237 and 241 on the 241.42 on the top side, then Amazon has this gap to fill, which is around 200. All right, let's look at Qcom. So Qcom is, if this resistance is holding Qcom on the upside, so 164 to 168, 169. As long as it remains below this, then probably we have downside risk. Okay, let's look at ARM. In the case of ARM, one rejection here, second rejection here, we are close to this one. We can go and hit 170. 175. If we fail to break these, then probably we have another rejection in the making. All right, let's look at CVS. CVS, if you see this one, first rejection, second rejection, third rejection, fourth and fifth, this is the base. So if CVS fails to breaks 58 on the downside, then we have this gap to fill, which is around 50. 49, 50 to 48. Let's look at Coinbase. Now, Coinbase has rejected, this is the start of Coinbase, right? So, and then it has failed to break this one. It has broken on the downside. There is a more downside risk on Coinbase, which also coincide with the Bitcoin heading lower. So Coinbase looks like heading lower post earning. MSTR. MSTR, one rejection, second rejection. So every time this trend line has been respected, again here we have respected this one. It looks like that MSTR is also, I mean, whatever results, most likely, whatever results come, market is looking to sell off the way it has closed today. So that's all from my side, guys. Thank you very much for listening to my YouTube channel, subscribing. So please subscribe, follow, and like. Share in your network. I'm going to announce the training very soon. It will be beneficial for you to learn how to find the high probability trading setup for day trade, swing trade to investments. It works very good on swing and investment. It works day trade. Sometimes on the intraday chart, there's a lot of noise, and I know. I have the setups which will help you in eliminate those noise and find the reversal patterns. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening and good trading week. Take care.